This viral dessert is made from leftover egg cartons, and today I'm gonna try it. Look at that. Puff pastry goes onto an egg carton. You use an egg to help make the indents. Brilliant. I mean, that alone is quite cool, isn't it? You then make a cream cheese mixture with the egg, which we'll do in just a moment. That all gets flavoured as well. Very cool indeed. But strawberries go in there too. With a bar of chocolate, it gets folded over and baked. I mean, look at it. It looks delicious. It's from a channel called Scrumdiddlyumptious, which I'll credit down below. Other channels have done it too, and now I'm going to be on that amazing list. Let's cook. This is a box that had 10 eggs in it 1 minute ago. I purpose bought this box of eggs for this video, which means a frittata for tea. Loads of recipes on the website if you fancy checking that out. However, we've just spotted, check this out, right? The actual egg carton itself gets trimmed, I think. It doesn't show that step, but this should be the first step. You have to trim these high stumps for your pastry. Otherwise, we're gonna need like way more puff pastry. All right, so this is some ready-made puff pastry. I've left it on the side of the counter just to thaw out for about 10 minutes. I never used to do that, and if you unroll it quickly, it just breaks, so please do that. Let's just unfurl this. Actually, it's still slightly cold. It wants to crack. Little gaps there. I've got to be tender with it. This is almost the perfect shape for it. Ooh. Ooh. Good job I bought two. So we've run into a bit of a problem here. This puff pastry, right, is actually perfect here in terms of there's enough gap either way to allow for the slack. However, the width, if I just spin that round, isn't quite good enough because it's going to get pushed down with the filling. So I've got two puff pastry sheets. I've talked about shrinkflation on the channel before, right? I truly believe that about 2 years ago, this one piece would have fitted in the box. Just the way it's going, folks. Soon one sheet will make you like one little pie or something. It's way too big now, surely. Oh yeah, but then I still think I need that slack. And the cool thing is, once we get it in, we can then play around with it a little bit. Okay, so where we've joined it there, I've got some flour, I'm just sprinkling that on just to buy myself some time. I mean, look, that step looks so simple. It's like, how do you do that? What it looks like is you gather the front of it, get a rolling pin. Ugh. You've been really helpful. Complimentary baking parchment that comes with it. That's the thing. You're running out of pastry, but they're still giving you free baking parchment. We'll get this down, and then I'm just gonna drape it over the entire box. Yes! And just let it fall in and find its way. And why is Boston sniffing my feet? That's irrelevant right now, but what isn't irrelevant, I'm gonna focus actually more on these egg portions. It's all about that. We do not want that breaking. I think that looks all right, but it does need tidying up. And again, I'm not gonna take too much off just yet. It's starting to come together. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Now, the perfect accompaniment is ironically an egg. This is what I love about it. So although we kind of made those shapes with our finger, the egg is now like, hey, this is my house. What are you doing here? Oh, it's sticking. I've never done this before, but I'm going to flour an egg. Part of me really wants to just dunk it in here. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm living on the edge. It's like some sort of ancient egg from a museum. But look, just by doing that, awesome. I think that's the hardest part of this recipe done until the next step. So it's time to work on the filling, but just before we do, remember now we've sort of partially shaped this. It's at room temperature so we can maneuver it even more. I did find a little bit of a gap where there was a pure hole, so I just ripped a bit off there and I've plugged it, just kind of hoping that it doesn't completely fail. But when it comes to the filling, we've got some cream cheese, we've got some honey, that's about a tablespoon of that, the egg that was just covered in flour that I've washed. Yes, I washed an egg. And a vanilla pod. Just for reference, the vanilla pod costs the same amount as the rest of the ingredients, but I love using them. The good stuff. So I would normally call this like vanilla pod beans or something, but apparently they've called it the caviar of one bean. Now that does justify the cost. In goes the honey. Oh my gosh, that looks good. And now our egg, which has actually had a really key role in this recipe so far. It's like been like the hero, and it's gonna be in it. That's great. Exceptional work. No puns today, honestly. The thing is with eggs though.
He said that on camera, you've heard him say that.
That looks really, really wet. I'm gonna add a bit more cream cheese in. Look at that amount of cream cheese. Look, that's loads more. The ingredients are wrong. Right, I'm gonna put the whole tub in. I'm gonna put in 3 times as much as it says. like a big iceberg. And it's really annoying to whisk as well. I'm gonna have to let it break down slowly, but at least it's thickening up and only going a little bit on my worktop. So I'm gonna bung it in the fridge. So whilst that was in the fridge, I was just getting some strawberries and using my 2 favorite kitchen gadgets to hull a strawberry. Right, that was in the fridge for like half an hour, and one thing that video didn't show was like whisking it with an electric whisk to drive air in. We got some really cool air bubbles when I did that, and that has thickened it up way better. I'm much happier. I'm gonna spoon it in. I'm not gonna pipe it. I've got time for that today. A nice puddle of the cream cheese vanilla mixture with honey. Let's not forget about the honey. There we go. Look at that. So now we take our strawberries, and it doesn't matter so much about the height actually, but we push it into that cream cheese mixture to submerge it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to be honest, that looks really cool now. And we've kind of got a sweet spirit level. Chocolate spirit level might sound like the name of a band, but no, we're gonna use the chocolate. It goes on top of this. However, I'm glad I bought a little bit more because there's not quite enough for that last row. So by chopping off this little bit here, that should fit on here. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. No one saw. All right, I'm just gonna give this a little bit of pressure. Oh, did you see it sink down? I'll do it on this one. Ready? Oh my gosh, that's really, really fun. This is the bit I've been dreading. We've got to lift this on now, okay? And I'm not gonna cut off any more just yet, just to give us all of that scope. You could probably get a better view of this than me. Okay. I can use this to press it down. I can even leave the puff pastry locks on it. But that might be a bit overkill. I can see how much slack I've got. This is brilliant. Just pinch it. Look at that. And there is our trusty seam where we fused 2 sheets together. It's holding strong. Time to tip it. Here we go. It's like Indiana Jones with the bag of sand and the gold metal head thing. Oh. How cool is this? What the heck is that? I'm gonna preheat my oven. Just a moment ago, I made a little egg wash and we are gonna brush all over. I'm just going for the egg yolk to try and get more of a golden color. Some areas it looks really perfect and others look like it's really sort of crinkled. Before. Look at this thing. It looks like a brioche loaf. The only thing I will say is that I probably got a little bit excited with my yolk, and it's kind of great little omelette puddles there, but I'm really, really happy with that. I guess we just tear this off and have a gobble whilst it's warm. I would say that I have got more golden colour on mine, and I'm not against that at all. It does look more like a loaf of bread. Part of me really wants to rip this off, but I'm not going to. Oh, chocolate on the knife. Shall I give it a push? Oh look! Chocolatey strawberry creamy cheese. That's really hot. Wow. Okay. Ah. Oh. Ah. I was temporarily in McDonald's apple pie territory. You know what I mean? That is phenomenal. Chocolate, sweety fruity goodness, the creamy cheese and the crunch of the pastry. It does smell a bit of an omelette. I'm not gonna lie, but I couldn't taste it. Outstanding. Let me know what I should do next. I'll see you next time. Oh, ah! Ah! That is literally like, I don't know, Satan's sock.